Welcome to 17th Church of Christ Scientist, located at 55 East Wacker Drive in Chicago. We're glad you're visiting today.
Our congregation formed in 1924 is a downtown Christian Science church. Christian Science is a Bible-based Christian religion founded by Mary Baker Eddy. We find it helpful to clarify, respectfully, that Christian Science is not Scientology.
The purpose of this brief video is to share the story of this fascinating building, how it came to be located here and designed such that it is now recognized as an iconic structure in a city known for its marvelous architecture.
The building was designed by Harry Weese and Associates to provide appropriate spaces for the congregation's needs. All its original features were made with the highest quality materials, selected and designed to produce an integrated visual harmony using lighting, hardware, colors, wood, carpet, and travertine marble from Italy.
For 3 decades, the members met in various rented spaces in the Chicago Loop. The last location before this building was completed was Orchestra Hall. With the church's continuing commitment to a downtown presence, the members purchased this site for their church home in 1956. After a 12-year process from purchase to end of construction, the doors opened in 1968 for the Thanksgiving Day service, a unique annual service in Christian Science churches.
At the time of purchase, this area along the river had many active warehouses. This site was an unusual 6-sided shape, consisting of 3 parcels with 2 small buildings and 2 parking lots. The Chicago riverfront was not considered desirable at that time. Members' criteria for a new church home included accessibility, proximity to transportation, shopping, and cultural events, and affordable real estate values. As this site met only the affordable real estate criterion, members passed on its purchase several times. However, in 1956, it became clear to purchase this site, and the 3 sales were coordinated. Today, after decades of growth and transition in this neighborhood, all the original criteria are met.
In the early 1960s, 17th Church began its search for an architect. 34 architectural firms were considered, and 9 were interviewed after completing a 43-question survey. Stated requirements for the building's expression included qualities like friendliness, dignity, comfort, vitality, spaciousness, and suitability. In February 1962, Harry Weese wrote to the church board, "Your architectural problem is unique. That is why I am attracted to it, and I hope very much for the opportunity to meet you sometime to discuss philosophy involved." When he heard the comment that the result would be exciting, he replied, "Not exciting, moving." That meeting occurred during the architect interview process. Once the firm was selected, members conveyed to the architect their emerging vision through a 22-page list of desires and requirements. By October of 1962, Mr. Weese saw the challenge this way. "The site is magnificent on the Wacker Drive axis, a challenge to surrounding secular monoliths. I like the way it begins at terra firma at the river level. Something very important will be done here."
Harry Weese and Associates' architectural practice was not identified by a particular style of architecture, but rather was known to develop unique design solutions to meet their clients' criteria. Thus, Weese projects range across many architectural styles. In an interview, Harry Weese noted his pleasure in the blank slate provided in this commission, as no group or creed outside the members of this specific church had influence over its design. The resulting architecture of this modern building expresses spiritual qualities such as light, grace, comfort, and inspiration. It enables the services and functions of the church to be fulfilled comfortably, including its primary function as a warm, welcoming, peaceful environment dedicated to spiritual education and worship.
The architecture of 17th Church maintains an open feel inside and out. Its beautiful curving lines, thoughtful lighting, remarkable acoustics, rich materials in wood and marble all contribute to the uplifting elegance of this unique space. Standing in our lobby, we are on the 3rd floor of a 7-story building. The first floor, 2 stories underground at the lower Wacker Drive level, is space for a garage and building and organ mechanics. Remarkably, the 2nd floor space under the Main Street level is flooded with light through the windows on both sides of a sunken garden. It is used for the Sunday school and other functions. In the lobby, the plaster ceiling and exposed reinforced concrete columns contrast with beautiful travertine walls. Harry Weese handled the sharp corner at Wacker and South Water, now East Wacker Place, by using a 200-foot curved facade set back from those busy streets and flanked by a paved plaza.
The 4th and 5th levels are devoted to the auditorium and space for supporting worship services. Behind the platform are 4 rooms, 2 for the organist and soloist, and 2 for the readers. The 6th floor has the auditorium balcony and rooms for committee work. The top floor has offices and roof access for maintenance. The Weese team selected a Greek amphitheater layout for the auditorium. The almost 800 seats all have clear sight lines, with no seat more than 54 feet from the platform. In addition, this layout is known to provide excellent acoustics for both the spoken word and unamplified music. For both visual and acoustic reasons, the auditorium ceiling is plaster. High above the seating are skylights and clear-story windows, which surround the roof base, and also the feature at the top, which Harry Weese called the lantern. These invite light into the auditorium, yet minimal use of glass ensures that little street noise is heard inside.
The visual centerpiece of the auditorium is the organ. The manufacturer was selected early and worked with the architect during the auditorium design process. An Aeolian-Skinner organ with 3,313 pipes and 3 manuals was built in 9 months and installed in 3. The 2 positions at the lectern are for 2 readers, elected to deliver the Sunday sermon, the same sermon in every Christian Science church throughout the world. As a lay church, our pastor is the Holy Bible and the book that brings out its inspired meaning, Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures, by Mary Baker Eddy. The 2 readers read from these 2 books. Both an acoustical engineer and a commercial interior designer were a part of the design team. The interior designer worked with the architect to select finishes and furnishings of an appropriate scale for this large public space.
On the exterior of the building, travertine-clad steel roof trusses span from a tension ring at the roof's base up to a compression ring at the top. A lead-coated copper roof tapers up to the lantern, also travertine-clad. The architectural world acknowledged the accomplishment of this building. One example, an engineering trade journal in the 1960s described the unique sound system that allowed any individual to speak in Wednesday testimony meetings when all are invited to share gratitude, inspiration, and healings. The system is still visible in the backs and tops of the seats.
American Institute of Architects, Chicago, awarded the building a Distinguished Building Award in 1969 and its 25-year award in 1996. The 25-year award is rarely given, highlighting the design excellence of the building over time. An additional use of the lobby space came in 1991 when the lobby became home to our Christian Science reading room, which is open to the public most weekdays. 17th Church has provided services in this building for over 50 years. The building continues to meet today's needs and activities, expanding to include concerts, lectures, meetings, and a variety of other uses. It has been a movie set. A pivotal early scene of the film Divergent was filmed in the Auditorium. Other significant Weese designs of this same period are the Washington, D.C. Metro System stations, the First Baptist Church in Columbus, Indiana, and in Chicago, both the Time Life Building and the Metropolitan Correctional Center.
With reverence to Chicago and its architectural history, Weese also championed restoration and preservation programs, formed professional groups, produced academic studies, and restored buildings such as the Auditorium Theater by Louis Sullivan. Every year, thousands of visitors, including architects and architecture students, visit our church building to enjoy what Harry Weese and Associates accomplished. The considerable talent of Harry Weese and his design team and their demonstrated ability to understand the members' highest hopes for this building resulted in a prayer in stone and a spiritual oasis for all in the heart of downtown Chicago.